Hey everyone, this is Bisan from Gaza. I'm still alive, but I can't believe that it's been 6 months since Israel started bombarding us. So we have been through several attacks and escalations and wars against Gaza. And since the beginning of these attacks started in the last October, we thought it's a matter of days, weeks, or maximum month before returning to our homes. But now, 6 months later, more than 32,000 Palestinians have been killed, and more than 13,000 of them are children. 70% of our infrastructure, of Gaza Strip infrastructure, is destroyed, and 1.7 million people are forced to displace their homes. Everything we knew about Gaza before is disappeared. Everything. Before the 7th of October, I lived in a very beautiful and comfortable apartment in Gaza City. But when my neighborhood was bombed and destroyed, I was forced to seek shelter at Al-Shifa hospital.
I'm alive, and this is surprising for me because the last couple of nights were really hard, especially after the internet and cellular connections, everything was cut off. Can you imagine that this is... Can you imagine that this is not a market, this is not a street, this is a hospital? People are living here inside the buildings and in corridors and the patients' rooms.
I've been there before 2 minutes. It could be me.
The bombing increases as well during the night. Basically, I don't have any safe place to go.
In November 2023, I was among hundreds of thousands forced to risk our lives by walking south on Salah ad-Din Street, and I ended up in Khan Yunis.
Hi everyone, this is Bisan. We are from the last people that evacuated the north of Gaza. Thousands are walking. You have to walk for 3 to 4 hours. Many places are bombed.
كم واحد طلع معك حوالي كل المكان؟
أنا واللي المكان هي من الحارة اللي انضربت كلها طلعت.
Some people take an initiative to distribute water and baskets for people. Hundreds of thousands of people are in tents. They don't have any place to go or in the streets. Look at us. People are without any roof. They're actually getting sick day after day.
في أطفال وصلت ميتة من قلة تناول مضادات الحيوية من قلة الشرب.
There's no hygiene, there's no bathrooms for all these people, unfortunately. And of course, there's no enough food. We need a ceasefire. We need to go back to our homes.
In the temporary truce, the 7 days truce, thousands of Palestinians tried to go back to the north of Gaza Strip. And when I asked them about their trial, they told me that the Israeli soldiers fired on them. The Israeli army is preventing us from going back to the north of Gaza Strip until now.
All these people are going now to the north again. We are so worried about that. This is so dangerous for them.
انت الان حامله شنطتك وكياسك وماخذه معك الاولاد الصغار، وين رايحه؟
على غزه.
بالرغم من انه هم حكوا ما ينفعش اهل الجنوب يرجعوا على الشمال.
بدي اجرب، بدي اترجاهم، بدي اعمل اي شيء. People, they are feeling so sad and they're feeling that the truce is not a very important thing since they can't go back to their homes.
People are coming back after the Israeli army shot them over Salah ad-Din road. صار معك احكي لي.
رحنا بس ضربوا صاصوا طخوا. ليش احكي الكلمه بس يلعن ابوها هدنه، ليش هدنه ليش تلزمش.
In the truce, I met many families who returned to homes reduced to rubble.
I'm in a building that was bombed and people here came to find anything to take it back to the shelter. Since it's a truce, it's not a ceasefire.
ايش صار في الدار؟
دمار. والله ما عرفنا نخش.
تعال شوف الجورة في المبنى في الدار كلها. الدار ما لهاش أصل. إيش الصواريخ هذه؟ جورة 20 متر حوالي في الأرض.
شو هذول يا خالة؟
هذا فجل يا خالتي. هذا من أرضي من على الهدوء. والحمد لله لقيته وقد أخذته وأفرقه على الجيران.
They still distribute their food despite everything.
At At least 280 governmental schools and 65 UNRWA schools are damaged or destroyed. And in November, I met families who were living in dire conditions in the schools in the south of Gaza Strip, where Israel said it was safe.
Today we're going to the UNRWA schools to see how the shelters are and how are the people inside the shelters. What are they suffering from? How are they living? انتي حامل في الشهر الكام؟
حامل في الشهر التاسع. زهقنا من الطبخ هذا، يعني الواحد لما تيجي تدخل الحمام بتشم الريحه بتقلب معدتها بتطلع، يعني الحمل الواحد اي حاجه بيشمها بتنقلب معدته.
So this is Misk, the youngest member in this class. Misk is now almost 2 months old, and the surprising thing is that she was born in the war and she's old now.
هذا الاشي بصير غير في قطاع غزة. كل الأطفال الصغار بتلاقيهم فاهمين شو معنى صاروخ، شو معنى قصف، شو معنى كسر.
عبد الله أنت راسم هدول؟ شو اللي راسمه؟
صاروخ وبيت جاي عليه صاروخ.
شفت أي وحدة من هدول أنت؟
In December, Israel shifted its so-called safe zone again, now to Al-Mawasi area. So basically, Israel ordered hundreds of thousands of Gazans to relocate in a very narrow strip of land, the size of an airport. How could this tiny area accommodate 2.25 million displaced Gazans?
ولدت طبعا في خيمة، طبعا اليوم طبعا هذا عذاب كبير بالنسبة للوالدة، يعني في النهار حر في الليل برد، هذا بيأثر على ضعف الطفل.
لكن ما قدرت عند المعيشة علاج، احنا وين نلاقي هذا؟ احنا اطفالنا مرميين في الشوارع، الفراش لا عندنا فراش ولا عندنا اكل ولا عندنا شرب ولا عندنا حمامات، انا مرة كبير وين اروح اصلي؟
After 70 days of sheltering in a hospital in the south of Gaza Strip in Nasser Medical Complex, I was forced to flee again. This time farther south to Rafah, where Israel pushed 1.2 million people. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's the 25th of December 2023. The world is celebrating and Bisan is evacuating. It's not the same. We're not the same, unfortunately. I'm leaving my place for the 7th time since the beginning of this genocide. I really feel so helpless. So the first people I really want to say goodbye for them are Mahmoud, Jana, Ghina, and Amir. So these are my friends and we've shared like breakfast several times.
كل القصف اللي بيصير الايام هذا في محيط ناصر.
هيك بدكش تخلي؟
لا بديش اخلي، وين اطلع باولادي؟ انا عندي 6 وين اطلع فيهم؟
I don't know if there is any word in English that describes this. Marmata. Marmata means that it's literally the hardest circumstances that we've been through since a lifetime maybe. So, yes. Israel repeatedly told us to go to the south for our safety, but those who were not dying because of bombs were getting sick and dying because of the piles of garbage accumulating all around us in Rafah.
This rubbish container is in front of a maternity hospital.
So a genocide does not only mean killing people, destroying their homes, displace them, kidnap their children and arrest them. It also means destroying the ways of living.
All these bandages and blood and everything added to sewage water. So you can imagine how are the streets in Rafah and in the south.
People are walking and living here. Food is being sold there and people are living there. This is causing infections and diseases. People are also dying because of the forced starvation. People in the north of Gaza Strip have had to eat the animal feed to survive.
بدأنا من الجوع وما فيش شيء، اكلنا الذره واكلنا الشعير تبع الحمير.
This is the bridge over Gaza Valley. They cut the road between the north and the south.
Not all of people waiting here are evacuating from the north of Gaza. Like people now behind me baking saj for free. They are baking saj for people who are coming from the north of Gaza because the first thing that they are asking for is food before safety.
نعطيهم خبز، نعملهم سندويشات.
I'm at the borders of Gaza City, and my only dream now is to cross these borders and to go to my home and to sit there. We have all lost count of how many times we had to flee since October 7. But now Israel is talking about attacking Rafah. So no one of us will have any place to go to. The Israeli army have been telling us always to go to the south, but now there is no more south. We don't have any more south in Palestine. The south of Rafah now is Sinai Desert in Egypt. But where to leave now? So I'm not the only one who's gonna leave Rafah either today or when the bombing start or the invasion start. All these people living in the tents behind me or even in the buildings of Rafah with the relatives and friends also are going to leave or to flee. I'm gonna ask the people here in Rafah about the most random and frequent question that they are asking for themselves and each other's. وين بدنا نروح? وين بدنا نروح is the Arabic meaning of where should we go?
صعب سؤال بتسأليني إياه. أنا طلعت من الشاطئ وأنا مش عارف وين بدي أروح.
To go now to the middle area, I need 1,000 shekels. And it's only a 20 minutes ride for more than $330. Leaving the place, Rafah, that we tried to get used to. Today is the 21st of February, and this night, the tanks, the Israeli tanks, as you see behind me, entered the Mawasi area in Khan Yunis, where people are living in tents and caused damage, injuries.
ابني كمان من الساعة 8 وهم مسكين يضربوا فيه شاب صغير يعني. لا صلاة الصبح. شوف كيف هذا ضرب، هذا أوادم. بقول احنا دولة ديمقراطية. وين الديمقراطية عنهم؟
I can show you behind me the most lovely spot that I love to sit in on Gaza's beach, Gaza City. See there? Look at this. Gaza City, my beloved city, my lovely place. Inshallah we will back. Inshallah. Inshallah, I have an inner faith that we will get back, and I'll make a video like that from Gaza City, inshallah.
We never imagined we would be spending the holy month of Ramadan in this immense sadness and pain. But despite everything, despite the suffering, we carry on. Thanks for our spirituality and steadfastness. Ramadan is the month of the gatherings, the family, the friends, the good wishes, the good times, the homes, but we are entering this Ramadan without having any of those.
والله بصراحة يعني بالحرب مش حاسين برمضان أبدا.
هاي رمضان وهي أجواء رمضان بالخيمة. نفسي أجمع بناتي على سفرة أكل زي ما بقيت رمضان اللي فات جمعتهم فيها.
من أول رمضان ما فطرناش.
تحدى العالم كله إذا في شعب بيتحمل اللي إحنا متحملينه.
By the way, not the thing or the issue of one day, of one night, of 1 month. It's the issue of half a year, 6 months. People are living here in these tents, in these conditions, cooking like this, not having food, not having any electricity for 6 months. While Ramadan used to be the holy month where we are so calm, we are so feeling so good with families and eating our healthy, very delicious food.